Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the history segment. How have third-party candidates affected presidential elections? Maury?
Well, probably the most effective third-party candidate in recent history, maybe in the last 100 years, was when Ross Perot, who was on the board of General Motors, and he had a great company, the Perot Technological Systems Company, and he came to the surface by attacking our huge debt, which at that time was somewhere around $2 or $3 trillion. I laugh about it because we now have a debt of over $17 trillion.
That was 30 years ago.
That was in 1990. 1992. So it was about 22 years ago. But the point was that he came in and convinced people that that was our problem. We needed a guy with a business head, and he was running against a kind of a hick governor from Arkansas on the one hand, and George H.W. Bush, who had said that read my lips, no new taxes. They were both not exactly giants. And he was actually winning as far as even electoral votes, that he had a good chance. But he was a nutcase. And he started talking, he saw things, you know, he was hallucinating. And the problem was, he said his daughter's wedding was, the FBI broke it up or something. But even then, he came back at the end, and he still got 19% of the electoral votes.
So that swung the election.
And swung the election. There would have been no Clinton if it hadn't been for Ross Perot.
Then you had Ralph Nader.
Ralph Nader, yes, but he was always around the edges. It's a good point. Ralph Nader handed the election to Bush. I mean, if it had been for Ralph Nader's 95,000 votes in Florida, which surely would have gone to Gore, then you would have had Gore as your president at the time.
Okay, that's recent political memory. Go back a ways to, you said 1948?
Actually, 1912, when Theodore Roosevelt was fed up with the guy that Taft, William Howard Taft, that he put in office. He didn't like him, so he founded his own party called the Bull Moose Party, and he came close. Wilson would have never been a president if it hadn't been for the third party of Teddy Roosevelt.
So we can blame Roosevelt, McCain's favorite politician, for Woodrow Wilson, possibly one of the top 3 worst presidents in U.S. history?
Not possibly. We agree on that 100%.
Wilson,
the only other
Carter, and now the guy who's on steroids.
You had two guys. You had two guys, the Follett father and son, who were sounding like they're going to have a third parties are never going to make it in this country. I think we are just the way we are. There's too much money involved, and there's too much.
That's it. Too much money.
Too much money.
That wraps up another edition of the World Report program. If you want to see the show again, or if you'd like to catch a segment that you missed, just log on to our website, theworldreport.org. For Maury Beschloss, all the wonderful people that volunteer in our United States Armed Forces to keep us safe in a crazy world, I'm Scott Crowfoot. God willing, we'll see each other again.